Democrats are looking to put a big win on the board in tomorrow's runoff for Georgia's 6th congressional district. The race pits political neophyte and Democratic candidate Jon Ossoff against Republican Karen Handel, and is already the most expensive congressional race in history. A Real Clear Politics average, by the way, of most recent polls has Ossoff up at 49, Handel at 47, well within the margin of error. Republicans have held the 6th congressional district for nearly 40 years until Tom Price vacated the seat to become Secretary of Health and Human Services. Anyway, the unprecedented nature of the race has become a proxy for the country's political divide. An organization called Principal PAC, unlikely, which is supporting Karen Handel, released an ad linking Jon Ossoff to last week's shooting in Virginia, which left 4 wounded, including Majority Whip Steve Scalise. Let's watch this terrible ad.
Now the unhinged left is endorsing and applauding shooting Republicans. When will it stop? It won't if Jon Ossoff wins on Tuesday.
Well, both Handel and Ossoff have condemned the ad, but over the weekend, the Washington Post quoted the chairman of the Republican Party in Georgia's 11th district as saying, quote, "I think the shooting is going to win the election for us because moderates and independents in this district are tired of left-wing extremism." Well, he later apologized for making those remarks. For the latest on what's happening in Georgia, I'm joined by Greg Bluestein, who's political reporter for the Atlanta Journal-Constitution, a great newspaper. You know, in NBA basketball or even college basketball, it seems like you can tell the team that's losing because they start to foul. Anything to get the ball back. And I think that metaphor is rich here. Why would any ally of Handel put out an ad that's so obviously unfair?
Yeah, probably to get attention and to get some fundraising for that super PAC. I mean, both candidates and campaigns have disavowed that ad, said they had nothing to do with it, and both of them have called for it to be taken down. But it remains the talk of the town, really, in the 6th district today, and the beginning of it with those jarring gunshots really, gets your attention.
It seems to me from an outsider, and just check me on this, that the only way that Handel can win, coming down up from the PAC of having gotten the plurality of the Republican side in the primary, the only way she can win is to have a tremendous upsurge of total voters, because you have to have voters who didn't vote the first time around because they almost gave it 50% to Ossoff. So is that what's happening now? Are there a lot more voters that show up that could help Handel win?
Yeah, I mean, the big turnout, that's the big question, is how much turnout will help Karen Handel, because we're already looking at probably well above 200,000 voters, well above the April 18th round. Yeah, 140,000 voters have already cast ballots, which is, by far the biggest in a special election. And Handel's really trying to just keep her base. If she can keep the GOP base, if she can get 90–95% of that GOP base, she'll win it. Jon Ossoff is talking to 2 audiences. He's talking to liberal Democrats, and he's talking to disaffected moderates and independents who might otherwise vote for Republicans, but maybe they're turned on by his message about both parties being corrupt and complicit.
How is his message of I'm not really an ideologue selling?
Yeah, it depends, because as I said, it's kind of a two-tone message. To liberal Democrats, he's still saying, I'm the guy who can stand up to Donald Trump. To more moderates, he's saying, I'm the guy who can cut wasteful spending. So that could be a path for other Democrats who are running in these fast-changing suburban districts now held by Republicans to win next year. Or we could find out tomorrow that that's just not it.
You just showed up in our picture, by the way. Anyway, I want to ask you a question. Are we going to get a simple count tomorrow night? Is it paper ballots? Is it some kind of machine that makes sense that we'll actually get a result tomorrow evening?
I hope, but I have a feeling I'll be working till 3 a.m. Wednesday, and my wife will kill me.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me, or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.